Now then, people, it's Joe on Leeds TV. I have just got home from Ellen Road, and we have absolutely put Chef Wednesday to the sword. I've had so many messages on the way home, like people saying, a fan of the channel actually said, I remember in December I used to hate when you would say it's our time, you would predict it's going up. Even the most hardened Leeds fans now must believe, we have to believe after today. I mean, it couldn't have gone any better. Performance amazing, to a man, 1-11, all unreal. Even the build up to the game, I'm in the fan zone, It comes through that Millwall have got a penalty and John Egan's been sent off. And we're sat there going, they've got a penalty. And they missed it. And it was like, oh no. And then Millwall get a late equaliser. Cooper. It's such a hammer blow to Sheffield United. Not only have they drew and now 3 points behind, they've lost Sharp and Basham to injury, and John Egan has got a straight red. It's this week, it's pivotal. Like we said 3 games ago, this week was huge. And we lost it because of the alternate fixtures, Birmingham, Preston. Obviously we lost at Birmingham, but we had to win the next 2 and we've gone out and we've done that. I don't want to, Sheffield United, they must be on the floor, but listen, this is a Leeds United thing, and I just want to say, what a performance by the boys. It was unreal from start to finish. We cannot forget that this Steve Bruce Chef Wednesday team, they'd only lost 1 game in 13. 1 game in 13. They'd had 8 clean sheets, and you can see why they've had 8 clean sheets, because, Westwood was absolutely unreal. I remember prior to the game, obviously, when he's jogging over it right at the start, I turned to my friend and said, he could have been at Ellen Road if it weren't for Bruce. I think that was genuine possibility. He would have been at Ellen Road if Steve Bruce hadn't have come in the door, because Steve Bruce not daft. They can sense, Westwood's a top keeper. And I said it wouldn't surprise me if he has an unreal game, and he did. And I think all those fans at Ellen Road today, or people watching around the world, you're probably thinking, this isn't our day, this isn't going to go. Look, Tyler Roberts' header from an Alioski corner, how he saves that. How does he save it? It goes over Reacher's head. Tyler Roberts, powerful bang, and he sticks a left one hand and manages to get it over the crossbar. We had so many chances. You had the Harrison header as well, saved low. I think it was Aileen and Pablo combining on the right, as they did all day. They were absolutely unreal. Look, Chef Wednesday couldn't live with us. They couldn't live with us. Steve Bruce, scum, has echoed that in his post-match as well. Like, they just couldn't live with us. When we are on that scintillating form, no one can match us. No one. We were unreal. Whenever they got the ball within 3, I think, to be honest, Chef Wednesday probably amassed 3 to 5 passes. That was it, and then the ball would be back in our possession. Honestly, they just couldn't deal with us. Barry Bannon would get the ball, and before you know it, bam, he'd have 3 on him, game over. Leeds were on the attack. I was just so impressed today, especially the pressure as well. It just shows that they can handle this. I think Jack Harrison's come out and said, Bielsa keeps the feet on the ground. What performance by Jack Harrison, and lovely deft touch for that goal. Absolutely unreal. I'm just so proud of the lads. Gaetano Barra, what a performance. What a performance. He hasn't played much football at all. Cooper gets injured in the warm-up. And by all accounts, Cooper, tried his hardest to play. But that was one thing I said in the fan zone before. I said I'm not that worried because we've got Berardi. And what a performance by Gaetano Berardi. Listen, he was beating Stephen Fletcher to headers. He was actually beating Stephen Fletcher to headers. It's crazy. I remember against Stoke, I think, opening day of season, he was up there climbing on Crouch's back. That guy puts everything in for this side, everything in. And I'm so happy that he came into the side and had an unreal performance. So well done, Gaetano Berardi. Pontus Jansson, unreal. KP, the mop was back. He was class again. He got Sky man of the match. For me, it was Roberts. It was all about Roberts for me. I thought Roberts was unreal. He deserved a goal today. Like I say, he had the chance. He had the one just out wide in the first half. I think he had maybe three, four chances. You know, there's the Harrison chance, which Westwood saves. There was the Bamford had a couple. You know, there was one just before Roof came on where it was just wide. He had one where I think it had come over and he'd hit it against Westwood and he sat on the floor and he tries to head it in. It just looked like one of them days. Everyone around us was all saying the same, like, it's going to be one of them days. Westwood's had a blinder. But when Harrison scores, oh my God, the atmosphere today at Ellen Road was just unreal anyway. Unreal. You know, that atmosphere is unparalleled, believe me. Ellen Road, when it's rocking, it is unparalleled. It is absolutely amazing. The relief I felt, people around us felt when that goal went in, and just how big it is. I said today at the start of the day, I felt a big swing, and what a big swing it was. What a big swing it was. You know, everyone's got to be happy with that. The team, you know, as fans, Bielsa keep everyone's feet on the ground, but that's one massive step to automatic promotion. Even the most hardened Leeds fan must believe that. We've got 4 games left. 4. And 2 of them come in the space of 3 days. You know, we've got Wigan on Friday. And then we're away at Brentford, which isn't a happy hunting ground for Leeds. But do you take a point at Brentford? You can afford to take a point at Brentford. Listen, between me and you, I think Sheffield United struggle against Forest. They struggle against Forest on Friday. And they play before us. Believe me, that pressure's on that game. They're struggling. They're without Billy Sharp, Chris Basham and Egan. Do you know what I mean? They're 3 pivotal players for them. And this is huge. This performance was huge. We had to win, and we did win. You know, I've gone through and said, you know, the amount of chances we created, and I think Bielsa said, you know, we still need to improve on our efficiencies because we only got 1 goal and we should have had more. But it wasn't, for me, it isn't the same as, say, QPR or even second half against Reading. It wasn't wasteful. It was just, Sheffield Wednesday was so good defensively at times. And you can see why they've had 8 clean sheets. And the keeper was unreal. Westwood, we all know he's a great keeper anyway at this level. But for me, yeah, it wasn't even that we'd fluffed those lines. It was poor finishing. It wasn't. The keeper was on fire. Any other day, we're 3 or 4-0 up. You know, I remember saying to the lads in that at half time, I said, we can still do this. You know, we are being unreal. I was wounded that the second half they were shooting to the south stand because I'd enjoyed it that much. That first half was unreal. Honestly, we were absolutely immense today. Sheffield Wednesday could not live with us. Couldn't live with us, and they've only lost 1 in 13. Do you know what I mean? So they're no mugs. They're a very good side, and you can see. I mean, the one negative, if you can find one, the one negative was for me in the last 5-10, we dropped back, and I don't think it was needed. I think if you remember, Westwood had the ball and he was able to carry it halfway out of his own half because no one had pressed. And that Inui came on. I mean, he was such a threat in the air. He seemed to be winning everything. And if you're going to let Westwood ping them out, you know, I just felt. And I know that's not Bielsa who's asking him to do that. Maybe it's just revert to type. I mean, you see it at football all the time, don't you? You know, as a fan, you're like, get out, man. Why are you sitting back? But listen, that's the only one negative. But we're just cutting. You know, I'm looking for something that's not even really there. I mean, clutching at straws, you know, it was just unreal. Unreal performance today. And I'm absolutely buzzing. Dare we dream. I've told you all season, it's written in the stars, it's our time. I've said it all. You know, I've had so many people message me and say, you were right, let's do this. Don't forget, man, Wainman's been saying it since December. Ed, who does... All Things Leeds, man, who does the podcast, messaged and said, listen, mate, I've not enjoyed seeing you being so confident saying we're going up. But I believe. People do believe now, and rightly so. We've got 4 games left to go, 4 more cup finals, starting with Wigan next week. You know, I'm off work this week as well, so I'm absolutely buzzing. I cannot wait for Good Friday now. Just what a day, what an atmosphere. Long live in the memory. Honestly, I enjoyed myself that much. The football was unreal. Listening to WIS daily on the way back, and even Redfern was saying it, like Neil Redfern said, it was absolutely unreal today. And you've got a diehard man, Man United fan in Steve Bruce coming out, and he even said himself, even a diehard Red can appreciate that atmosphere in there today. It was absolutely unreal, and when we scored, I mean, there was limbs everywhere. I was on the deck, and it was just relief for me. I just felt so relieved that we'd broke the deadlock, we'd scored, because we deserved it. We deserved it, and we deserve to go up, man. It's been far too long. It's our time, people. Honestly, we're going to do it, man, and thanks so much for tuning in, and make sure you watch Post-Match Pint with Oscar and Conor, because I wasn't able to stay back today, so unfortunately I couldn't do that, but make sure you watch that as well. No doubt it'll be a great watch, but yeah, it's just amazing, man, and I'll see you all for Monday night football. Going up, Leeds are going up, na 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 na. Peace out, peeps. Leeds.